Oxford techno outfit Lab 4 have released 19 12-inch singles and 2 EPs on independent dance labels both here and in Germany. However, their driving electronic music was not conjured up in a grim urban environment, but in a frankly twee village bordering on the Oxfordshire Cotswolds. In many parts of Oxfordshire, you feel like you've walked into a scene from a tourist board promotional video, with a four-wheel drive vehicle outside every home and an incontinent yokel in every pub corner. The place is littered with infuriatingly pretty cottages, manor houses and the odd ruin. Well, I brought these two boys here to try and sell them this attractive freehold property in need of some modernisation. And we're under police surveillance at the moment, I think. That's the helicopter that you can hear probably, possibly even see, because there are animal rights activists in the area and everybody is under suspicion, including, frankly, people who look like this. That's the truth of it. I'm a very respectable guy. They let me straight through, but... Anyway, why we're here? What's the significance of this place? Seeing as you're not going to buy it, you can tell me what...
Well, it was all right until we came down here.
Well, we used to fly somewhere to a gig, come back here and go, oh, what should we do now then? And we used to like just drift down here at sort of like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and...
Bring about 10 people down.
Yeah. You get like about a foot of mist just floating around everywhere. Yeah. All the ingredients.
You expect Vincent Price to appear.
We got
Vincent, not again. God, so didn't we tell you last time? Music for a Reebok advertising campaign is among Lab 4's most recent work. This will be heard around the world, but was composed at their new base, a cramped studio-cum-bedroom in a listed building in a market town just outside Oxford. How do you start? What's the first thing that you do?
Panic.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah. And sign a contract.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Then panic again.
Then panic again.
My understanding of it is... Well, I was going to say limited. Limited would be being generous to myself. I mean, it's non-existent. So, just a brief run-through of what you actually do physically.
Right. The synths we've got, like this one here and the one up there, they're as powerful as you can get at the moment. And all it means is that we're not limited. You can just... It's only your imagination. You can imagine a sound, and now you can actually make it with these sort of synths. And then the samplers as well. That is like a synthesizer with an empty memory, so you can put any sound you want into it, and you can play it up and down the keyboard. So
this is basic. It's almost like a nervous system, and all these like your limbs and your fingers. If you can imagine it like that, so you're controlling everything.
And you can see in this breakdown, there's less information actually on the screen there. There's not so much playing. Gradually, as stuff comes in, there's a new bit here.
Oh, so go back in again.
And we can flick that up and have a look at the notes that's actually playing.
When it gets to here, that's when the other bits, all the elements are whacking in.
That's reverse cymbal at the top.
Cymbal there.
It is.
All right, yeah.
It just like smacks on that bass drum a bit.
And then if you get people, people who are critical of these forms of music will tell you how, they're just machine-made and so forth. And
there's nothing worse than the hours you sit in front of an empty screen going, I don't know what to write.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the blank canvas syndrome,
What's underneath here? A tea shop?
A tea shop. Poppy's tea rooms.
Yeah. We keep the noise down, like they're shut at sort of...
I like it though, techno cafe. Yeah. Could be a big thing, marketing strategy.
We'll try
Techno cafe, people work downstairs. Trust me, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur. But the real entrepreneurs, of course, are the musicians who survive on a shoestring and do worthwhile work in such cramped conditions. One of these is James Sedwards, who moved at 18 from the small village of Sutton Courtenay to a flat on the Cowley Road. It was there I witnessed an improvised display of guitar destructo madness that made most contemporary guitarists look as though they were accompanying a play school version of Lord of the Dance.
Where I grew up, it was just very kind of dull, basically. Just like a lot of dull people doing nothing with their lives, I think that's why I had to get out of there, really. Come to Oxford.
Do you have a kind of day job then?
I do a bit of guitar teaching.
Right. But presumably teaching them a very different kind of guitar to the kind of guitar you play yourself. Or not.
Yeah, most of the
I
time.
quite like the idea of a generation of sort of mutant Oxford kids playing a lot of howling guitar stuff. Did you get a warm-hearted response from your neighbours? Let's hear another one, James. They shout up the stairwell.
No, we had a death threat once.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, we had some kids threatening to blow up our house if we played again.
Good God. That's extraordinary. I'm really glad I saw that. I'm really glad I saw that. I'm not often jealous, but I'm rather jealous of you, I must admit. About the first person who's not been a footballer that I've been jealous of.
Thank you very much.
There's one thing that I'd really like to do, which you may not want to do, but a lot of people watching this would say, yeah, it's all very clever, but I bet he can't play Summertime. Can you play Summertime?
Summertime?
Well, I mean, you know, think of another song. I mean, because a lot of people would say, yeah, but, you know, my kids could do that, you know.
No, I could do a rendition of something melodic.
Shut the fuck up!